What's up, and welcome to episode 55 of Next Gen News Week, your weekly podcast for all things not Switch Pro related. I'm not going to make a funny joke again. It's like that one time where you made all the funnies and then the funny's gone. And the PlayStation State of Play for today and some other stuff. My name is Mitch. Joining me tonight is Richard.
Right here.
Michael. And Chase.
Hello, hello.
So, if you're watching this live, you will notice that we started 30 minutes later than we normally do, and that is going to be how things are for the foreseeable future due to work schedule conflicts. So, we'll make sure we keep you updated if we decide to change that time again, but for now, it'll be at 10 p.m. Central and adjust for your time zone that you live in. And also, just as an announcement, I know it's a couple weeks away, but the week of July 29th, which that is that Thursday, there will not be an episode. We're all taking a vacation, or a week off, depending on who you are. So there'll be no episode that week. So hopefully nothing crazy happens. And also just a reminder that Games Done Quick is currently going on this week. It has been going on for the past 4 days, and tomorrow they're doing some live streams for like Mega Man 2. Breath of the Wild and Astro's Playroom. So if you're interested in that, just look up gdq.com. You can see the full schedule and get links to their YouTube channel and everything like that. Last week we didn't get to talk about this or get to have a little discussion, so we're going to go ahead and do this now, and we're going to talk about what games we're playing. Richard, as we were getting into the chat, you've been really excited about Horizon Zero Dawn. So have the floor, man. Tell everybody about your experience with Horizon.
Well, I don't want to. I don't know. It came out in 2000. When did it come out? Was it 2016?
2017.
2017. Missed it by a year. So I guess I can't really spoil it, but I'm sure maybe there's some people like me that haven't played it yet. So I'll try and keep it at a minimum. I've been pleasantly shocked. It's I'll definitely say in terms of story, it's probably one of the most amazing games I've ever played in history of playing video games. It completely blew me away when you find out like what actually happened to us, how we got to that place. The whole game takes place Colorado. I guess the Rockies, because you get to see the remnants of Denver, Broncos Coliseum, the Red Rocks, where a lot of bands play. So you get to see a lot of that stuff. So it's definitely our world. But in the last half of the game, when you start getting down to the brass tacks of exactly what took place to get us to that point, completely mind blowing. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. The difficulty is really good. I think. There's not like you can't lock onto anything, and there's not like an auto aim, and I actually like that. It really sharpens you up, and it puts you in a position where you have to be good. And as far as taking some of the larger robots down, you certainly have a lot of tools that you have access to, and you really have to think outside the box on some of them. And really analyze, their components and what their weaknesses are, and you got to get really creative. And gameplay-wise, I thought that was extraordinary. But nothing tops the story behind that game. Truly amazing. So if you haven't played it yet, play it now. Go ahead and get it out of the way, because I guarantee if you do, Horizon Zero Dawn 2 will be a day one purchase. It will be from me.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Have you been playing anything else other than Horizon?
No, I jumped on Red Dead Online this afternoon. I had an experience, but there's an update that's coming on July 3rd, next Tuesday. The Blood Money update that's going to add a lot more missions. Sort of, they've not really announced everything just yet. Apparently, you can rob homes now. They haven't said anything about banks or trains yet, so we'll see. But that's going to add a lot more stuff to do in Red Dead Online. I think another Rockstar Game Pass is on the way too, which I think this will be the 6th one that they do. And that's something that I guess gold is premium currency in that game because you can buy it, but you can also earn it relatively easy with like daily goals. So typically when they do the Rockstar Pass, it costs about 25 gold bars, but it's worth it because if you complete all the ranks, you get all that gold back, and there's a lot of free customizable stuff and a lot of perks with doing that. So that comes out July 13th, and then I've got to jump on No Man's Sky because Michael, is there another expedition yet, or have you heard?
As much as I'm like on the No Man's Sky bandwagon, I haven't been keeping up with that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think after the podcast I might jump on that just to see if there's another expedition going on. But no, other than that, no, I've just been playing Horizon. Oh, and I got I'm going on and on. I got Mario Golf too, and that's been amazing. The control scheme on that, especially the manual controls. I was telling Chase about it. I consider that hard mode because it's very realistic. If you tilt the Wii remote a certain way, you'll slice the ball and fucking cuss at the screen and everything else. So I mean, they really captured the whole golf thing. So really enjoying that as well.
Did you call the Joy-Con a Wii remote?
Did I? Yeah, I absolutely did. So the Joy-Con acts. It's very sensitive to movement and tilt. So it makes the golfing experience a lot more realistic. So kudos to that.
Cool. I found out, I think you may have been the one that break my heart on this. I can't remember who did it. No, it wasn't you. It was Jason from Big Dead Games. But my entire idea that I wanted to do with Mario Golf was like, if I'm going to buy this game, I want to do the battle mode, 4 people in a living room, all doing the battle mode with motion controls. Because that just sounds like it'd just be a grand time. Everybody's like getting drunk, and you're all just swinging the thing together.
It sounds dangerous as hell, man.
And it sounds fun as hell. But he told me that the game caps at 2 people locally if you're doing the battle golf and the speed golf. I was like, nah, I'm out.
Yeah. I mean, I've played with Maddie, but I've not had any more people. I didn't know that, so that's kind of. I've got nephews coming in from Knoxville this weekend, so I was hoping to do something different. So that kind of sucks. I did not know that.
I mean, I'm sure you can do the regular golf. Obviously, you're not all just standing in a room together doing it at the same time.
Right.
But I don't know. That was like the one thing. I was like, if there was going to be a reason why I'd buy that game at full price, that would be it. So
gotcha.
I'm out until it goes on sale.
Hey, whoa! It's a Mario game. What the hell are you talking about on sale? That's not.
Well, I was gonna save this for the end, but since we're gonna talk about it, there's a lot of first-party Switch games that are $45 on Best Buy right now, including Mario Odyssey. They still have copies of 3D All Stars if you haven't picked that up yet. $45. Link's Awakening's $40. So is Fire Emblem 3 Houses. There's a bunch of them.
Wow, spoke too soon.
I know that's Michael's.
Alternately, if you need a laptop, Dell's having a Black Friday and July sale going on right now, so all their laptops and even some of the gaming monitors are on sale.
Yeah, he sent me that link a mere 30 minutes after I drove. I spent my entire lunch break driving to a Walmart that's not the one I work at to buy a laptop to do stuff for the podcast whenever I'm not at home. So. And then he goes, "Oh yeah, you could have spent an extra $200 and just got this one instead." So, and I'm too lazy to return it. So,
that's the one I got.
Yeah. Oh, you bought it?
I bought it.
Nice. Good job, Michael.
I hope it's what I want because I've been kind of hemming and hawing on getting a laptop for a while.
Yeah, it's got a 3070
really
in it, right?
Need it. 3050, which is like their mobile version, but yeah, it's still pretty heavy. Yeah.
Nice.
Plus our Ryzen 7.
Shoosh. Well, good job.
It's nice.
Have you been playing anything this past week? Or weeks, I guess?
Genshin Impact and just to set off everybody because we've just talked about this enormously wonderful game called Horizon Zero Dawn. I've been playing the opposite end on the cringiest thing, Fortnite, because I really want the Rick and Morty skin.
I mean, to each their own.
I'm not even that good. I just really want that skin.
Just
how close are you?
I'm not.
Oh, yes, you're not at all.
Just buy the tiers, man.
They've changed. It's so retarded now, but they've changed how they do the battle tiers now. So like, yeah, you can still buy them, but like, I don't want to give them that much money.
Just work towards it till the very last day of the season and see how far away you are. Because then,
that's
the more
the
you
goal.
play, the cheaper it gets to get there. So.
And then, like, once you can even go past that, you can go past their normal 100 tiers and, like, get other skins for them, like a gold and a prismatic and a silver.
For Rick?
For Rick.
Oh, nice.
Even the slime one, yeah.
Oh, that is cool. You could just pay $100, man. You can have them right now.
No pickle Rick, unfortunately. But,
Can you imagine, like, everyone else's normal size and you just have a character that's, like, that big? just running around. Chase, what have you been playing?
So yeah, I finished up Ratchet and Clank, and it was really just incredible. I mean, the graphics are just insane. Like everything, like the haptic feedback with everything, like just the way everything loads, just like it is just crazy. It makes me really excited for what's to come with future of these next gen games. Other than that, I finally got around to playing Pikmin 3, and I was very angry with the controls, but I beat it. Let's see, I just finished Ori and the Will of the Wisp. I picked it up a little while back on sale, and I just finally got around to playing that one. It was really, really good. And now I just started Assassin's Creed Valhalla, so I'm going to play that until Skyward Sword comes out.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Are you how far have you gotten into Assassin's Creed? Is it something that like you and Richard could tell you anything about that game?
No, I feel like it's going to be like a massive game because I'm already like 5 hours into it, and I'm like I'm just barely scratching the surface.
It is, man. Each Assassin's Creed keeps getting longer and longer as it goes on.
Oh, and they did announce that the new Assassin's Creed game is going to be like a service game.
Yeah.
Like games as a service game. So.
Yeah, as soon as you said Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I was like, oh, that's something I could have put in the run of show that I totally forgot about. It was it's pretty much going to be the destiny of Assassin's Creed games. It's called Assassin's Creed Infinity, right? Is that what it's called?
That is the code name, yeah.
But it's going to be the one game, and they're going to constantly update it with new areas and new quests and stuff. So,
that's crazy. So basically, they heard last podcast.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, they've been listening to us.
Yeah,
so.
That was it.
Yeah,
they were like, brilliant.
Yeah. Sounds like a great thing. Make me a PNG real quick, please. Stat. We got to put this on Twitter right now. I know that Richard is probably, hopefully, proud of me for still playing Demon Souls and not just throwing it away. But that's pretty much the gist of what I've been playing the past week, other than going to a Smash tournament and getting wrecked by a 15-year-old kid. Which, if you want to know more about Smash and the time with the tournaments with that, you can.
It'll be on Pornhub.
Hopefully, there's not anything involving minors on Pornhub. That's all I gotta say. But I did do that interview with Jason and Jonathan about the recent Smash stuff. We talked about the Nintendo Direct and stuff like that. Hopefully, that video is going up tomorrow. But if you want to know more about the recent experiences with Smash, there's going to be a whole 45, 50-minute episode, a bonus episode just talking about all that. But, yeah, Demon Souls, Richard is proud of me for playing it, but also disowned me for not getting the trophy for not killing the archer.
No, that's
a Tower Knight.
I'll tell you, that's you got to have a certain level of finesse, and I'm not saying you can't get there, but
as someone who's never played a Souls game, this is not. I wouldn't expect to be going to get hidden trophies on my first playthrough of the game either. So, I wish.
Yeah, but
my only gripe, like even if you couldn't get those trophies later, I kind of wish you would be able. There's an option to go back and replay boss fights. Like if I load up that first area, could just run back through and do it again. I think that would.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Even if it's just like an option you turn on. But we were talking a little bit before the podcast started. I did. What is it? It's 1-1 and 1-2 and I was gonna go to 1-3 because I found out there was a way to get this really awesome gear you can get, but you have to kill that knight that you have to keep saving throughout the thing, and he's got a key to go fight this other boss. It's supposed to be like an end game boss that you can cheese him.
Oh my god!
You can cheese him to get all that gear at the beginning of the game, and I wanted to go try it because I cheesed the guy that's in front of him and killed him really easily. So I wanted to go try that, and then I found out, well, he is in the next area because I saved him, and I can't go there until I kill, what are they called? They're not called Elder Gods, are they? They call something else. The final boss of an area, whatever they're called.
Archdemons.
Archdemons, Elder Gods. Oh my god.
Yeah.
An Archdemon. So I have started 2-1, the little mining area. I don't like how tanky all of the base enemies are, so I'm terrified of what the bosses are going to be like in that area. Because I imagine that they're just going to be just, at least if one of them is going to be like a beefed up version of these like dogs or whatever they are. They look like dogs.
I'm trying to remember. I know the first boss of that area. I'm trying to think of the second one.
I think one of them's a spider. I know that.
That's the first one.
So, but I was looking up like in the wiki like what is the recommended way to go through this stuff, and it was like, oh yeah, you can't finish all of 1-1, but you can do all of 2, like the second world in one run. Like you don't have to like backtrack or anything to get that one done. So I'll end up probably doing all of 2 and then going back and, if not finishing all of 1, doing the next section and then just move on from there. But
wow, I can't remember the boss of 2-2. I know 2-3. That's crazy.
2 is usually a butt.
Yeah. You know what's weird is like the areas between Dark Souls and Demon Souls are so similar. I think when I start thinking about it, I start thinking of a boss from like a Dark Souls area that looks just like the area of Archstone 2. And I'm like, oh wait, no, that's not it. That was Dark Souls 1. So I can't think of 2-2. Yeah, you get
2-2 is the Flame Lurker.
Yeah.
Oh.
The guy that he looks like the fire boss from Twilight Princess.
Incineroar.
Yeah, that too. That's just Incineroar.
But Mitch, when you get there, just keep moving around.
Copy.
Just keep moving.
I was kind of in the first section, like of course Tower Knight is like the one they show in like all the promos, and I knew that was going to come at some point. I was kind of, I don't want to say disappointed. It kind of caught me off guard though in like a negative way, like the first boss though, because like you have all these like zombie cracked out dudes that just swing swords like crazy, and then the first boss was just gel and it's just covered in shields, and I was like, this doesn't really fit. Because the only time I ever saw one of those enemies going into that before I started that boss fight is like there's like a staircase that goes down right before the boss entrance, and there's like 3 of them. And it's like, that's the only time I've seen these enemies this entire time, and they feel like they just shoved them there as a last-minute thing. So I was like, well, it's whatever. It was still fun, though. And then the Tower Knight, yeah, I walked around for, like, the first little bit, and I was like, what am I supposed to be doing? And then I got shot by a couple of arrows. Like, okay, yeah, they're all dead. I'll figure out how to deal with that asshole in a minute. So I ran up top to go do that. Anyway, other than Demon Souls, I've been, me and Ty and Alex, we've all gotten back into playing Phasmophobia again, because that's all we do is like to hunt ghosts, and we're really bad at it. I don't usually die. I'm usually that guy that chickens out and is like, I'm going to go sit on the bus and I'm going to look at the cameras, and I'm not like, I don't do that very often, but I'm the one that usually gets delegated to doing that stuff. And then Ty and whoever else we're playing with will be like that. I'm just going to run in and, I'm going to take a picture of that dumb ghost, and they'll walk in there and they'll say something over the headset like, hey, you know what? Just, where the hell are you hiding at? You won't come kill me. And then like, she'll just kill him. And then, because it's very intimidating. It's hard to really explain how scary this game is whenever you're not playing it. But the game uses proximity voice chat, so if you're talking into your microphone, the ghost can pick up and hear you talking. So if like the ghost is hunting after you and you go to hide somewhere to get away from it, if you're sitting there talking and like, oh my god, that ghost is gonna find me, it can hear you and it will come after you. So you have to like learn to shut up whenever it's hunting season, unless you're trying for it to kill you. But it's very intimidating. Michael, since you have a new computer coming in, it's only like $8. So, or even with the computer you have now, it's only $8. We can hunt ghosts if you're into scary stuff.
Sure.
Sure.
No, I'm in. All right, so now we talked about what games we're playing. Let's jump into just the quick headlines for this week. I kind of just shoehorned this one in because I love talking about Call of Duty Zombies. They dropped the new trailer for the new Zombies map, Mauer der Toten, that's coming out next week as a free update. If you play Call of Duty Zombies, this is going to be a return to the round-based survival maps that we haven't gotten since like February. So this is really exciting for people like me. That's pretty much all I gotta say. Go watch the trailer. It's awesome. It's very dark and twisted. All that fun stuff. And then the big thing from today was the state of play from Sony. There wasn't a lot of interesting stuff unless you really like indie games, because there was a ton of indie games in here.
I wouldn't even say that.
Well,
There's a ton of like online stuff, multiplayer, online multiplayer.
Yeah, they're trying to make sure everyone's got options. So
yes, okay, that they do.
Yeah. So first off, we got where's it at? Moss Book 2 for PSVR. I never played the first Moss, even though I own a PSVR. By the way, I'm trying to sell it, so if you know somebody, hit me up. But this looks like more Moss. Jason, have you played Moss?
No, I'm picking up the new VR when it comes out, but I've not had played a PSVR yet. But it looks really good. Like I mean, it looks like something I'll be into. So I'll pick it up when it comes out,
It definitely looked like a chase game. But I thought Chase
Yeah.
had the PSVR.
No, I mean, like, I think it looks awesome too. I mean, I've got the PSVR. I hate playing it because it makes my eyes hurt after like 15 minutes. So I don't know. That's the one thing that's kept me back, is just my eyes feel like they're like somebody's throwing sand into them after about 20 minutes. So
Hopefully,
because of that,
hopefully the new PSVR, where it has a 8K display or something, or 4K display or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, hopefully it'll be a lot easier on the eyes.
Hopefully so. This next, Michael, since you love battle royales like Fortnite, I think this next one's probably for you. It's called Arcadegeddon, which is just a multiplayer Fortnite where you're trying to save a.
It's a multiplayer version of Fortnite.
Oh wait, is that what I
As
said?
opposed to like the
Yes.
single player, yeah.
I meant
It's like a
to.
multiplayer version of Fortnite.
I meant to say a melee weapon only Fortnite. I'm tired. A melee Fortnite, but with melee weapons was the note that I wrote down from it.
Okay.
But you're trying to save an arcade from going under or something. It's like if Wreck-It Ralph broke out of the thing. I guess, I don't know.
Okay. And popped into Fortnite.
Yeah.
And no guns.
It made you
Because
pay
Disney.
$100 to get or go to tier 100 to get your favorite skin.
Nice. Yep.
Like you have to get all the way there to get to like the Contra skins and stuff like that. Tribes of Midgard. Sorry. And in my notes I wrote down, it's a 10-player Diablo-like co-op game. Apparently this game's been shown before. I don't remember seeing it, but Richard, you said earlier that you were kind of intrigued by this.
Yeah, I mean, out of all of them, I don't really dig the whole online massive multiplayer type thing, but I do like Vikings and Midgard and that sort of thing, and Diablo. So it kind of caught my eye. I don't know how. I mean, is it one of those free to play things that you just buy seasonal content, or do you purchase it? I don't know. I've not looked into it.
Purchase it. I can look it up real quick.
To purchase it. I mean, out of everything that they showed that was in that specific like online multiplayer genre, it's probably the one that I would be more apt to try than any of the other online multiplayer stuff that they showcased. Which, I mean, it wasn't much, but it's that definitely caught my eye as far as the online co-op thing goes.
It looks like it came out July 2019 for PC. It's $20.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, $20.
Well,
yeah.
let me rephrase. It's $20 on Steam. It may be more.
I don't know. I'll probably look it up later, but I mean, it caught my eye. It looks interesting, at least to me.
Chase, did you like Tribes of Midgard?
It's a maybe for me.
I kind of feel like I'm saving my Diablo-like energy for Diablo Resurrected and Diablo 4. It's hard to, even if the setting's completely different.
Yeah,
the type of game.
Diablo 4 is like, what, 100 years from now?
Yeah, which I have Diablo 2 Resurrected to play until that comes out. So, and then there was a game called Fist, which is out September 7th, and that was the only. Let me back up before I continue with the state of play thing. I got really bored watching it. So my notes are like just kind of hit or miss going through here because I was also doing something else and I was trying to listen and watch to it.
Look, when he says hit or miss, this is his note for Fist, September 7th. That's the extent of his note. What it is a really awesome, like, side-scrolling, I'm thinking Metroidvania, like 2.5, where you play like this really moody, grumpy rabbit with this big-ass metal fist that you smash other people-like animals. What, anthropomorphs? What are they called? Anthropomorphic? I don't know.
Animorphs.
Yeah.
It looks like something furry-related, but interesting.
Nice.
There we go.
I'm assuming the tagline is "Get to fisting."
Yeah.
Not with the fist that he has. You'd have to see the trailer, man. That's
Ready to be impacted.
yes, and then some.
Jesus.
No, it looked awesome. That was, to me, that was it was the second highlight to the whole show.
I meant to put on there also. I was gonna put. Richard said he was excited about this one. He can talk about it, and he did it anyway. So.
What, Fist?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it looked cool. It really did.
Oh wait, did I get my stuff mixed up? Because for Hunter's Arena, I put that it's a melee battle royale game that's coming out next month. Or there.
I mean,
there's two of them.
Oh,
yeah, there's two of them.
Well, never mind. Now you have more options. Another multiplayer battle royale game with melee weapons.
That one was the PvPvE game.
Yeah.
It looks like the combat's pretty cool. I mean, it says it's going to be one of the free games for next month for PlayStation. So, I mean, I'm gonna give it a shot at least. Yeah. Just a free game.
Yeah. So it comes out.
August
3rd, PS Plus.
They kind of sold it with the tagline of it being like a battle royale mixed with like a fighter game, like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. So, if it's free, I may give it a shot, but take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah. I think actually, you know what? I think my standout game from this entire thing was Sifu, even though that it did get delayed and they kind of faked everybody out and made it in a really shitty way.
They really did.
So, if you've never seen this game, pretty much the concept I've gotten out of it is that you start as like a younger man, and it's like a fighting game, and not a fighting game, it's very action melee combat focused. But every time you die, you age, and so like it could be like 3 years, 5 years, whatever. And then the older you get, the more I'm pretty sure the more powerful you get or something. But like. And I guess I don't know what happens whenever you finally die. but I was really interested from like a speedrunning perspective, like how difficult it probably is going to be to not die the entire time, but make it through that entire game and it's as fast as possible.
I wonder what age you start at.
2.
18, because it's
that would be so badass. Could you imagine like if you start at like 2 or 3? A little toddler comes in there and just fucking beats everybody's ass with like kung fu. That'd be awesome.
Boss Baby 3.
No more of that.
Yakuza Baby.
No, I love because it It looks almost like it borrows a little bit of like stylization from like the movie John Wick or like those movies, you know, with the like the neons and the darks and the clashing colors and stuff like that. I'm attracted to that too. So
Yeah.
yeah, that game looks badass.
It looks a lot better this time than the last time I saw it. Maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention either time, but I think it looks better. So that's exciting.
It was just the close of the trailer. It's like 2021, and then all of a sudden it's like, just joking, early 2022. And it's like I said in the group chat, like, why bring up the fact that you're pushing it back? Just say early 2022, because I'm sure half of us have fucking forgotten that you said 2021. But now we remember. So,
look, guys, we're not doing a
brought it
cyberpunk.
I don't
We
understand.
weren't talking about the elephant in the room, but now that you
Yeah.
brought it up,
Look, guys, we're not doing a cyberpunk. Aren't you happy? We're gonna delay the game, make sure it's ready. To Richard's point about something earlier, for my notes for Lost Judgment, I just wrote September. So,
Yeah.
that was about the point I fell out of the state of play. Jace, you want to tell everyone a little bit about Death Stranding Director's Cut?
They're adding like a whole lot of stuff, like a whole lot of like story stuff. They're adding like a lot of like different features to the game. I don't know. It's just like, I mean, they're adding like a lot of, just graphical upgrades, a lot of combat updates. So I'm really excited about playing it again and going through all those emotions again.
and being stranded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Being stranded to death. You guys were talking about this earlier too, but like it's the $10 upgrade for the PS4 to PS5 version. If you buy the game outright on PS5, it's $60, or you can buy the PS4 version for $20, then pay $10 for an upgrade. So there's that, and your saves will carry over to the new version. And then what?
Oddly enough, this is circling back to the very beginning. There are items from Death Stranding in Horizon Zero Dawn.
Well, they're
Are they?
made on the same engine, so
I don't know what they're used for, but I have collected 2 items from the game Death Stranding. So
if you remember, a very long time ago, on a trivia question, I said which of these games uses the same engine as Death Stranding, and the trivia question answer was Horizon Zero Dawn. So,
well, yeah, but that doesn't make sense. The items from one game appear in another one.
No.
Is the same. I don't know. I've not Googled it yet. Simply, I don't like to Google anything about a game until after I finish the main story because I want to avoid stuff. But yeah, I got. I don't know. Apparently, like he wears some sort of a necklace.
Yeah.
I have his necklace and
well, give it back to him. Damn.
some other. I don't know time frame wise, man. I haven't played Death Stranding yet, so. And I got something else of his, but yeah, oddly enough, there are items from Death Stranding in Horizon Zero Dawn.
I didn't know that. And that game came out like way before Death Stranding.
Yeah, so I don't know.
So it's like Star Wars. It's in the future, but also the past.
Yeah, something like that. I have no idea, but
A long time ago in a Chicago far, far away. And then finally, Deathloop. Again, I don't plan on buying this for like as soon as it comes out, but I feel like I've just seen so much of Deathloop. Like I'm kind of the 16.
They've shown a lot of it. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I'm definitely
I'm
getting
into it. Yeah, I think it looks awesome, but I mean, I've seen all I want to. I don't like seeing a whole lot of a game, especially if I'm gonna play it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And if it's something that like I'm really, really, really into, like I don't want to see nothing about it. Like Last of Us 2, I saw that first trailer and I was sold. I didn't need to see any other thing about it. No spoilers or anything.
Right.
So,
Which is, I mean, really though, we're the opposite with like women. You know, we can see as much as them all we want. We still want to, get with it.
That's true. That's true.
Death Stranding is out on September 14th. And also, every game they showed off is out by September. Except for Sifu.
Sifu.
But they didn't. Everything that's got a release date is up to through September, which makes me think by the end of September we're going to have another state of play, and I think that's where they're going to finally let us know if Horizon Forbidden West is coming out this year or not. Because I mean, we're getting close to needing to know that information or not. Because if they don't, we need to know what their big holiday game is if they're going to have one. Because
they said they were aiming for holiday, but they didn't say it was like solidified holiday. So.
Yeah. So I mean,
liquefied holiday.
Yeah, gaseous holiday. Because right now the biggest holiday game out there that's coming out is Halo Infinite, and they need something to go up against it, or they're gonna. I don't want to say they'll get left behind or anything like that, but they probably want something to compete against it, right? Like.
I'm just gonna stay quiet. All right, listen, guys. We've got to come up with something against this game that's looked fucking identical for the past decade. If Sony can't come up with something, then man, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say.
They just release another Sackboy that looks exactly.
Yeah, there you go, man.
I had to sit there for a minute.
Knack 3.
Yeah.
Knack 3. That's it. Knack 3. Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Okay, so it's a tie-in deal with Planters. What? You know, the peanut company. So it's Nutsack Boy.
It probably, I don't know. You could compete with Halo at that, I bet.
God. All right. Let's jump into I'd say the biggest thing that came out of this past week. Nintendo has officially deconfirmed the Nintendo Switch Pro and released the Nintendo Switch OLED or OLED, depending on how you want to say that. So yeah, randomly Tuesday morning, they dropped a trailer. I didn't pay attention to what it said. It just said new Nintendo Switch, and I freaked out, and I got in trouble for playing on my phone because I was watching the video while I was at work. Sorry, management. But anyway,
I've been there.
Yeah. So I was really excited though. But yeah, it's pretty much just an enhanced version of the Switch, but not a whole lot of enhancements, especially if you're someone who pretty much just plays your TV or plays your Switch on the TV. A lot of handheld improvements though, some of which I didn't learn about till earlier today. That I think is going to be a big improvement for someone like me when I explain to you why I'm going to buy one of these. But just some of the features that it's got: 7-inch OLED screen from the 6.2-inch LCD screen on the base Switch, and the 5.8-inch screen on the Switch Lite. A much better kickstand that's more like the Microsoft Surface kickstand versus the one that was on there now, where it would just always fall over anytime you try to put it on there and actually snap off. They've changed the speakers to where they have bigger speakers on it, but they fire forward instead of backwards. So when you're playing the game, you're not bugging everyone behind you by them getting to hear your game. It actually comes towards you instead. A new dock that gets rid of the USB port that was on the back of it and replaces it with an Ethernet jack. It has not been confirmed whether or not the HDMI port on the back is now HDMI 2.0, but the one that was on the original Switch dock is HDMI 1.4, which means that it's not even capable of doing anything higher than, I guess it's 1080p 60. That sounds right in my head.
Yeah, I think so.
Not that this Switch does not do 4K. We'll get to what it's missing at the end of it, but that's HDMI 2.0 is what allows devices to go up to 4K. So that's something that it's missing on here. Let's see. It wasn't something they really pointed out, but the dock has better cooling, more fans and not fans, more ventilation on the back of it, so it keeps the Switch from overheating in the dock. 64 gigabytes of internal memory instead of 32. and it launches on October 8th for $350 alongside Metroid Dread. And the white one is really sexy. So, I think I'm probably the only one here who is going to get one of these, especially right out the gate. But I would like to open the floor to everyone's first impressions of the Nintendo Switch OLED, or the Pro LED, or SWOLED.
I would probably only get a dock. I'm still, I guess, one of the rare people who's one. I have an original one with the lesser quality battery, but otherwise, I'm still happy with my Switch.
Yeah.
But the only reason why I would get the dock is if the built-in Ethernet adapter is faster than a USB one.
Mm-hmm.
But I would assume it's not, because it's still having to go through the USB-C port, and I would assume there's some throttling somewhere with the insides.
Yeah.
Still.
That is something I forgot to mention. They are going to sell the new dock separately. So if you wanted to take advantage of that, you don't have to upgrade to the new Switch to get it. Currently, they have not listed a pricing for that, but considering that the Switch dock that's out now is $90, I would imagine it's either going to be $90 or if not more, since it's new.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a fair point though. Like if you, I got my Switch out while you were talking because I just wanted to just take a look at. I mean, my Switch. God, I can't talk today. My Switch is you probably can't even see it. It's really scratched up on the back of it. It got probably 1 or 2 screws holding the whole thing together. Maybe 3. It's just time to get a new one. And plus, I've got the base Switch. It only has 3 hours of battery life. The new ones have 8. So if I'm doing stuff and I'm not at the house or I don't have a charger, I can get more usage out of it. So I'm kind of just at the point where I've been ready to upgrade for a while. And whatever Switch they were going to announce next was going to be the one that I was going to get. But Richard, how are you feeling about the Switch OLED?
Yeah, I feel like it's the console they should have released years ago. There's no real chipset improvements or anything like that. I feel like it definitely does not compete whatsoever with other consoles, and maybe it shouldn't. Maybe I should just. I mean, don't take this the wrong way. I know you're a Nintendo fanboy. When I say lesser console, I don't mean maybe I should look at it as just a simple handheld console instead of a console to really compete with, Sony or Microsoft. But to that same regard though, if that's what it is, then I feel like that.
The same price.
Well, there's that, but then you're also limiting the potential of what Legend of Zelda could be, or a Metroid Prime 4 that allegedly exists could be. I don't. I feel like they're confining themselves, and I don't know. I don't know how I kind of feel like at the same time Nintendo knows exactly who they are, and then on the other side they're kind of trying to settle into who they are. Because, I mean, I don't think... I know... I really love the versatility of being able to take the Switch on the... Well, actually, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't play games on the go. But the option's there, and I like that. I like that, you can just drop it in that dock and it pops up on TV instantaneously. I really like what they did with that. But, at the same sense, though, they've... it is not as... It doesn't have the performance that other consoles have. So I think that the games that they make are going to be within that kind of limitation, and you're not going to have third-party support. I mean, you barely had it with the Switch, but now that everything else is next-gen, there's even that much more of a demand, and they're going to lose that much more support. So if they're not going to have third-party support, they can't just pop a Mario game out once or twice a year and expect everybody to just flock to the console. I mean, you will, because it's your thing. But, I mean, that's not a dig. I'm just, it's your thing. Yeah. But, as far as mainstream audiences, they're going to have to start putting out more content. to kind of fill that up and draw more people in. Because I mean, to me, it doesn't feel like a mechanic that's going to work in the long run.
I think I don't know the insider reasons for why they decided to go ahead and upgrade or release this Switch. The only thing I've been able to piece together from other people online is that with this Switch OLED, it kind of sets in place that every 2 years there's going to be a new Switch, because the original Switch came out in 2017. 2019 was the version 2 Switch, and the Switch Lite came out. 2021 is the OLED. So now everyone's like, well, that means that the Switch Pro is now 2023 if it's actually going to happen. And if that's the case, I mean, we're already starting to get close to the next Nintendo console. We're a lot closer to that than we are when we were, when the Switch came out, obviously. So I don't know exactly how it's going to end up playing out, but I think the way I'm looking at it is I think people's expectations were really high because of everything that was said about what the Switch Pro was going to have in it. And so obviously people are let down that that's not what the case is. But I do agree. If no matter what happens, if they decide to keep with the Switch, there needs to be some kind of not graphical. It even that doesn't have to be graphical. Just like a hardware upgrade. Like, I was thinking about this because I just let you borrow Hyrule Warriors, and all this stuff came out. And I don't know if you've played it yet, but there are parts in that game where the frame rate drops. So it's one of the most intensive games on the Switch. So it's, I don't know if that'd be like a turn off. Like if it happens, you're just going to be like, I can't play this. I've never got to one of those parts myself when I was playing it. But I know they exist.
I mean, I've seen frame rate drops just playing Link's Awakening.
Yeah, they're in that.
I mean, I really feel like, and I don't know what the mindset is behind it. They talk about with, COVID and everything, the world being behind, chip shortages and stuff like that. Maybe that plays a factor, but sometimes it lags playing software developed specifically for it. And I mean, that's just concerning.
Yeah. I just wanted to get, like, if Nintendo said that they were never going to make 4K and that they were going to be stuck with, for the rest of the time, we're going to do 1080p, but your games will always play at 60 FPS, sold. Like, I don't need a 4K Switch. I just need a Switch that can play games with stability. That's all I care about. Now, what?
Oh, here's my take. And I think this is what they're leading up to. So, like, it kind of got leaked that they were using the same chip as the NVIDIA Shield, right? Mm-hmm. Well, it's basically like a console away from the console. Like, you're using the NVIDIA Shield to play games from your computer onto the TV. What I think they're doing is they've set up the Switch to be your takeaway console. Basically like the PS Vita or like the Xbox Live, you can play on your phone. It's kind of terrible, but they have that option, and they've integrated it so well now because there's actual hardware that runs just straight off of this. I think their next upgrade probably won't even be in 2 years. It'll probably just be next year, and they might just pop up with it. But it's going to be, or it could be even farther out than 2 years. It just depends on their R&D. But I think their next console is just an addition to the Switch. It's just a bulky,
dock.
Like, are you saying like a dock with like a GPU in it?
A dock with an integrated GPU in it.
I mean, I would be here for it. Like, I think one of the things.
So you can play your 4K right there at home. Yeah.
If they do that, I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but you're going to run into a situation where when you sell and market games, though, you're going to have, to take advantage of it, you're going to have dock-only games that are going to be released, which I think, do they already have those? There's games like, because I thought Mario Party was a dock-only game.
No, you can play it
with
can you?
Wii U. they kind of prepped us with Wii U on that, and I think that's what the Switch was originally, was closer to their dream of what the Wii U should have been.
Mm-hmm. They had to just drop the Wii name altogether because of how bad the Wii U was as far as a marketing piece. No, you can play Mario Party on handheld or on tabletop mode, as long as you've got the Joy-Cons detached. The new one though, you can do whatever you want. But Chase, how are you feeling about the Switch OLED?
Like, I watched the video and I was like, "Oh, this is awesome!" And then like I kind of looked into the specs and I was just like, "Oh man, this is not really like a. It's not like really like an upgrade. It's kind of like a. I mean, it's an upgrade if you play handheld. That's what we were saying. But I don't play handheld that often. Like when I'm at work or at home, if I'm sitting at home, I'm on the TV, and I'm not gonna be playing something while I'm watching TV, or I'm just gonna be on the just play games on my TV. I wish that since they did a portable only one, they just did a dock only one. Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
I would love for that to be the next step that they do. Just even if it's like maybe it's something you can put your current Switch in, but it's also got its own internal memory where you can play the games like a bit.
Yeah, or just like it's got like a something with an SSD or something like that that's running the games off the dock instead of the actual hardware, something like that. But like I was playing Ori and like the game was crashing not every year, like maybe like hour or so. But like it was still crashing pretty often, and like I would like go to like load between zones and it would just freeze up or like stuff like that, and I was just like, man, this is kind of frustrating. So
wait, are you playing Ori on the Switch?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know. Like I mean, it looks great, but it was just like, I was just had lots of issues on it. So,
Chase, if you ever buy an Xbox, please go back and play that again.
Oh, I will.
It's so much better on the Xbox.
I know. But like, it was just like, okay, I don't know. I feel like I knew going into it may have problems. So,
yeah. When I saw that spec sheet and it said 720p handheld 1080p dock, I was like, man.
Yeah.
And the bad thing is like, you're getting that OLED screen, but 720p only looks as good as it does because of how small the Switch's screen is. So if you start stretching 720p out, the quality is going to get worse. It probably won't be that bad when it's just like not even a full inch of a difference, but you have that. They did say that the body of the Switch itself is 0.1 inches wider, so it will not be compatible with Nintendo Labo, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Oh no!
Yeah, no, I can't put it in my cardboard suit. What was the other thing?
I'm sure that Labo can just a little bit.
Yeah, probably.
Get a scalpel out.
Y'all like the white design though? Am I the only one with?
No, the white looks great.
I like the white. Yeah, I like the white.
Yeah.
Richard's silent. He's like,
no, I mean, I was nodding my head. I mean, it looks. I mean, I
get it. We all don't like whitewashing, but still looks clean.
I don't know. I'm not impressed by it. I'm really not.
Yeah.
I mean, I totally get it. Like I said, I wouldn't be buying.
Well, I mean, but like your Switch is fucking falling apart though. I mean, like, if I was in that position, I may be inclined to pick one up. But I mean, like, mine's pristine as hell. So there's just nothing there for me.
Here's one of my biggest things that I have as someone who plays, like, I don't play a lot of handheld, but I do just play handheld mode quite sometimes. The controllers on my Switch, I'm dirtying it all up by touching it the way I was, but like, I don't even have to hit this button; they just slide off. So constantly, I'm having to deal with this problem where my controllers just detach, and I have to like stop everything. And that's why I don't play online multiplayer games on my Switch.
Yeah, that's another thing too, though, is the Joy-Cons are the exact same.
Yep, they have not fixed the drift.
Drift and I mean, God, that's one of the key issues is the drift.
And they have not fixed it.
Not at all.
Well, unless anyone else has anything else to say about the Switch God, I'm gonna have to break myself from saying Switch Pro. The Switch OLED. We're gonna go ahead and start wrapping things up this evening. In typical Mitch fashion, I forgot to get trivia scores. So I'm not gonna look that up because I'm not gonna just break the entire show by doing that. So
I have 11.
So that means Michael, you have 13 and Chase has 8. Because no one got the question right last week, right?
We were all wrong. The answer was Eddie Falco.
Oh, yeah, the Captain Falcon question. Yeah, you all got that wrong. So Michael has 13, Richard has 11, Chase has 8. Just jog my memory. So, this one has, there's a little bit of, no, it's not really a lot of backstory. This is going to take everything back to the year 1983. So.
All right, I was 1.
Yeah! Alright. The Nintendo Entertainment System, known as the Famicom in Japan, was released on July 15th of 1983, kicking off the third generation of video game consoles. Which of these other systems launched the same day as the Famicom in Japan? Was it the Sega SG-1000, the Atari 7800, the Sega Master System, or the Super Cassette Vision? Anyone? I know Richard's in his way back machine right now. Chase, Michael, either one of you would like to start it off? Even if it's just a really good guess.
I don't even think I've heard of that other shit. But I remember before owning the original Nintendo here in the United States, I had the Atari, did you say 7800?
Mm-hmm.
I say I owned one of those. I was a little kid. My brother owned one of those that I played with. So I'm gonna say the Atari 7800.
All right.
Could be wrong because you're talking about Japan, but in America, I had that probably about a year or two before I got the Nintendo. Because I don't think the Nintendo came here until '85, maybe.
It was October of 1985.
Yeah.
What was that last one?
The Super Cassette Vision.
I'm going with that.
one. Yeah.
You both going with that one?
Yeah.
The correct answer is the Sega SG-1000.
Wow.
I knew that was the model number, but I didn't think it came out at the same time.
Yeah, it launched. I have a little bit of backstory here. They launched the same day. 2 years later, the Sega SG-1000 was discontinued and turned into the Sega Master System because they wanted to upgrade some stuff or whatever, and they charged like $200 more for it. But they both launched on July 15th. They were both $200, and the SG-1000 launched with hits such as Safari Hunting, Mahjong, Champion Golf, Tennis, and Baseball. And the Famicom launched with Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Jr., and Pro Wrestling. Big hits. And then the Super Cassette Vision, that was like made by, God, I can't remember. It was like, I may pull it up while we're plugging stuff, but I can't remember. It was like in the list of stuff, and I was like trying to find out like what games came out for launch. It had like this list, and there was like 7 other consoles that came out during this generation, because it was back when like everyone was trying to make consoles and trying to get in on that market before they kind of settled with just Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation. So yeah, there was, God, I think one of them, it was like VTech had a system, and
I remember having I hate to catch you. It almost looked like a really thick, bulky computer keyboard. It was like a Tandy computer or something that plugged into your television, and it had like a little cart thing for on top that you could play games
There were all
with.
sorts of weird things.
Did you know that the NES got a hardware revision to make it look like the Famicom and not just like the standard NES that out?
Is that the one that had the top feed where the cartridges went? Yeah, I remember that.
I think
I
it was
remember that.
ugly.
It was.
Yeah, I had some game system that played VHS tapes.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah.
Panasonic ended up making their own version of the GameCube at one point that could play DVDs.
Yep.
It's very
Is that what
Seen that in
those?
some trivia?
Was that the thing that the two like bastard Zelda games came out for?
No, that was the CDI. I think it was
CDI.
Which I actually have a CDI. You can
Um,
burn the games really easily.
Can you?
Yep.
Yeah. So the other systems that came out during that generation was and let me know if you've ever heard of any of these. I bet the answer is no. The Video Pack Plus G7400, the the My Vision, the PV1000, the Super Cassette Vision. I have a picture of that one. I'll send it later. The BBC Bridge Companion.
That's what I need.
The LJN Video Art, the Zimix, Halcyon, Dyna Telegames Personal Arcade, the Family Computer Disk System, which looks like a Famicom, but also looks like it's made like it's got like the Canada red leaf on the front of it. That's what it looks
Beautiful.
like. The Atari XEGS, the Action Max, the View
Action Max.
Yeah,
That was what it was.
yeah, looks like it's got a light gun with it. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
The ViewMaster Interactive Vision, the VTech Socrates, which, hold up, yo, that thing's got a full keyboard in the middle of it. That's cool. Sorry. The Amstrad GX4000 and the Commodore 64.
There we go.
5, 10, 15, 16. There were 20 consoles in that generation of game consoles. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh,
Yeah, I remember we had a Commodore 64 too.
That's ridiculous. I will say the thing is, I think another thing I read about why the SG-1000 was discontinued because it launched with like a controller that only had a joystick and like one button on it, and then Nintendo said, "Hey, here's a controller with a D-pad," and then they re-released the new system with the D-pad and the 2 buttons. I think that was the reason why that happened. But yeah,
Dude, like in all honesty, man, the Super Cassette Vision looked pretty stylish, man, for early '80s. It really did.
yeah, it does. It looks like it's got a number pad on the console, so you make.
It does. It's weird. Yeah, it looks like you can make some phone calls. I just like the 2 remotes that it come with. I like how like one's got like a little red bar and the other one's got a blue bar. I mean, this was a nice looking console.
Almost like a modern Switch right there with the red and the blue.
Hey, you should
That's-
look up the ViewMaster Interactive Vision. Thing looks like a Lego console, and then
what?
Look up. It's called ViewMaster Interactive Vision. I'm gonna really quick. I know we're going over. I'm gonna see if I can quickly get this picture up on on the screen for anyone watching if you want to see.
Oh, that is strange. Look at that remote.
That thing is gnarly.
That looks like it was put out by Nintendo.
This was an early '80s thing too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here, let me get this picture pulled up.
Man, that remote is insane. It looks like it's got a joystick and it looks like a fish. Really 80s abstract, man. That's impressive.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it looks like a hairdryer.
Yeah, that too.
Or yeah, you know what? It looks like something that you would see in a Rick and Morty interdimensional cable ad.
It also looks like the back end of a proton pack, the proton wand from Ghostbusters. Like the part that they hold that goes on the. That's wild.
While we're doing this, look up the VTech Socrates.
I've been teased once before.
Think of it when you look at it. Think of it like if it was an early concept for a Wii U gamepad.
Okay.
That's I don't understand like all the. Okay. Oh, okay. So it does come out of that. Okay, never mind.
That's what she said.
Like, okay, well that's kind of.
But anyway, yeah, there was 20 systems that launched for Gen 3, but
Wow.
what else did I see? There's something else interesting in here too. Oh yeah, the wow. I'll make sure I read that right. The NES launched with 2 kilobytes of RAM. The SG-1000 launched with 3, and then when they upgraded it, they gave it 8 kilobytes of RAM.
Aww.
So nice. But all right, let's go ahead and jump into what. Sorry, not what we're playing. We already did that.
We did.
Wrap up, so we're gonna be talking about like plugging our social medias and stuff like that. God, you can tell I'm getting tired. But yeah. So Richard, you want to tell everybody about what's going on with the board game renovations?
Yes, the Facebook page is now live. I've finally worked out the issues with Facebook. I don't know how I did. I don't know what the issues were to begin with, but they've been resolved. So if you have Mitch, can you like the Next Gen Newsweek? Didn't we have a Facebook?
Yeah.
All right, can you put that out there? Yeah, if you would please like and follow that page. All the articles and everything will be posted through that page. You can go straight to the website, which is Board Game Renovations. The new improved, I said I was doing a review of a game called King Me. I did it. I didn't like it. I took it back down. The revised version of that review is back up, complete with very colorful, beautiful pictures and everything. So check that out. I got more content on the way. I will call this the official launch, even though I launched about a month ago. This is the official launch where regular content will occur and regular updates will occur. So again, follow me on Facebook. And the website is www.boardgamerenovations.com. I would appreciate it.
Yeah, everybody go do that. And I'll make sure I get those post out there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Michael, what you got going on other than working?
More work. Really, everything of mine is going to be on stalledaction.com, but I think I'm actually debating on wrapping up Open Box Tech Deals and maybe just making it under the same kind of fold of Stalled Action, so might just go through like a little like label change, but just a little bit less focus on that and more broad spectrum branding and stuff.
Gotcha. How's Spacey Sundays going?
I'm still on with that. This coming up Sunday, also probably won't be able to do it because I had to do a me day, really. I'm getting my first tattoo on a 10th, so it had to be a Saturday.
Nice.
So it might be Spacey Saturday this Saturday. But then regular broadcasting will continue.
Yeah. Chase, do you have anything, sir?
I don't have anything. Just play video games. They're great.
We gotta get Chase. We gotta get Chase's own website so he can just review games for us.
Yeah. He can plug stuff. He likes plugging.
I do.
Especially merchandise. No, I'm kidding.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to find,
Unless you work at Walmart, you don't get that.
get it. If you want to find me anywhere, I'm on Twitch and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram as actually not Facebook. You won't find me on there as Meachflow, but you can find me everywhere else at Meachflow. I mentioned it earlier. Tomorrow, my interview with Jason Tomlinson from Big Dad Games and Jonathan Bly will be up at some point. I'm not putting a time frame on it because I want to go and record some actual gameplay for those characters and make sure I have, whatever else I need to do. I'm trying to do all of this project from the laptop I bought to see how much I can push that thing to do what I need it to do. And hopefully I can... so far it's meeting expectations, so I'm hoping that's going to be good. Also, don't forget to check out Steven's Twitch, The Breaks. It's THABREEAKZ. or on SoundCloud at Breaker Beats 2020. Steven, we miss you. Come back and hang out. But I know you got a lot going on, man. So it's okay. But
Yeah.
Anyway, that is going to wrap up episode 55 of Next Gen Newsweek. So we will be back next week with whatever crazy stuff happens. I am imagining it's going to be another slow week, but we'll see what happens. But until then, have a good one, and Michael, feel free to carry us home.
Well, this one's a little bit wholesome. This week's sponsor is brought to you by Body Positivity. I love all of you. You're all very sexy. Stay safe.